What's up, people? What's the deal, people? This is your boy Big K Solo. What's up? I'm about to give you a story that I was going to give it to you guys yesterday, but I fell asleep. I was tired like a motherfucker. So let me give it to you now, all right? This is about Rikers Island, and this is about this white boy named Giuseppe. This white boy, I don't know what the fuck. This was in C-76. This is the year of, what year was this? I believe it was 1996. 1996, I remember that. 1996, 1995. 1995. Yeah, 1995. 1995 going to 1996. So anyway, I remember because they gave me, it was a little skip bit. So at 8 months, I think I had to do five. I think it was like that. Eight, you do five. No, eight, you do six. Okay, I remember when I got to C-76, I became, C-76, you got to work. It's a sentence building. You go there when when you get sentenced to a year you do 8 months, or you could get sentenced to 2 years consecutive. So, you still go to C-76. So, you do 16 months. They call that 2 years running wild. You understand what I'm saying? Some people do that. You feeling me? So, anyway, when I got there, like I said, I got there on some chill out shit, you know what I'm saying? It was about to become summertime. I didn't want to catch no tickets. I want to just go home, do my little bullshit 6 months, go home, and that's it. You feeling me? I didn't go on no blah blah shit. Not on this trip. I didn't want to do that on this trip. You feeling me? Not like the first trip. This is my second time in Rikers. So anyway, I remember that I'm in population, and I go and I start working because you got to work in C-76. You got to work. And if you're young, like 16, 17, like I think it's 16, 17, 18, you got to go to school. You know what I'm saying? But this time I didn't go to school because why I didn't go to school? I forgot why I didn't go to school. I forgot what was the reason that they didn't send me to school. But what they did was they gave me a good job. They gave me SPA job. SPA job is a suicide job. We call it suicide because we the guys that watch people that don't hang up. People that are depressed, and we talk to them, and we could tell the CEO, yo, this guy needs to go to see a psych, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so now I was working. I remember I was working in the infirmary room. In the infirmary is where all the inmates that cannot go to population because a lot of them got cancer. At that time, there was a lot of guys with HIV. This is in the 80s, so HIV was there. I mean, I seen so many people die of HIV. I never seen so many people die in Rikers Island. Like, I seen like 6 people die in Rikers Island back in that time. Not like now. Now it's 19 people died in Rikers Island. I can't understand that. I cannot understand how 19 people died in Rikers Island. That never happened before. Last year was 16. The year before that, I think it was 14. I don't know what's going on in the island. But anyway, back to the story. Now, when I'm working in the infirmary is downstairs. PC is upstairs. And that's where Giuseppe was at, in PC. Now, the story was that Giuseppe got to PC because they jumped him. And once you get jumped and, you fight, you get busy, it's up to the captain or DEP or whatever to say, something, this guy's going to have a lot of problems, send him to PC. Or the courts. The courts could do it. You could tell your lawyer, listen, tell the judge that I need to go to PC. I can't survive in Rikers Island. I did some things. One time I did some things, and I told on this guy. People do that. They tell on somebody, they snitch on somebody in the streets, they wind up getting locked up, and that person's in jail. So all of a sudden, like, yo, send me to PC. So that way, by court, and by the COs or the police or the captain saying that you can't survive in population, so they send you to PC. Or if you go and you have a caseworker and you tell the caseworker that, you can't handle it, that's another way that you go to PC. So when I went to PC, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Everybody that's in PC is not pussy. Okay, they're not pussy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's a lot of guys that are on PC because they did their thing. They bust their gun. They went through the whole house. The whole house went through it. I mean, like me, I got jumped one time in 10U. I mean, the whole house jumped me. They tried to put me in PC, and I said, nah, I ain't going no fucking PC. You put me in PC, I'm gonna cut somebody. I'm gonna cut somebody. I'm gonna do the remaining of my time in the box. So they're like, all right, you on your own then. Boom, I had to sign the paper. So anyway, and another thing is I signed the paper because I had to, and I just couldn't go. Some people that don't need to go to PC, but they bust their gun, they still sign the paper because the paper is only good for like 2 months. So some people used to go to PC, chill for a month or two, and get the fuck out of the PC and come back to the regular house rich because PC, you get paid. Trust me, you get paid in PC. PC, I left out of PC when I came home, and I came home when I was working in PC. Let me tell you, yo, oh my God, I was paid. And this is how it happened. Like I said, I was working in the infirmary, right? And I was there with my boy Macho. Macho was from the streets. Macho was down with me with the Hughes boys. Macho was, I forgot what Macho had. I think Macho had a bad heart. Anyway, I see Macho, we chilling, and then I'm hearing about this dude named Giuseppe. And I heard about him in population. I'm hearing about him in population. Yo, that's a white boy and PC. He think he busts his gun, blah, blah, blah. He be talking mad shit, blah, blah. And Giuseppe was a white dude, but he was like about 6'4". Giuseppe was like 6'4", like 18 years old, 18, 19 years old. And he was big. Giuseppe was a big dude. Giuseppe used to, you could tell that he used to pick up weights. Big white boy, you know what I'm saying? One of those pretty boy motherfuckers. So I remember this dude that he was a 5%er. His name was God, what was his name? Freedom. Freedom and 2 or 3 other 5%ers that I did not know, and 2 or 3 Puerto Ricans, and like 4, 5, 6 white dudes that was his sons. You feel me? The white dudes was his sons. The 5%ers was not his sons. There was no sons, but that was Giuseppe's house. And they had, the 2 5%ers and the rest of the dudes, like, let it be. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, what happened, I met this kid in the infirmary. Good dude. He had a tumor in his head. And sometimes he's imagining things. He's imagining, because sometimes when you got a tumor, it makes you, saying when you don't take your medication, you see things, you start seeing things. So he started taking his medication. He wanted to leave the infirmary because he wanted more freedom. Because in the infirmary, you don't go nowhere. You don't go nowhere. I remember when I used to go out to the yard with them, their yard was so fucking small. I'm talking about small. You ever seen the Ben Latin house where Ben Latin was at? And you see how they used to say that he used to walk back and forth? That's how big was the fucking yard over there in PC. So anyway, I'm keep hearing about this dude. And I'm like, damn. And I'm asking dudes that know him, Like, I'm like intrigued. I'm like intrigued that there's a white boy, Italian dude, calling shots. Calling shots. And I'm like, yo, like, who the fuck is this white dude, Who the fuck is this white dude? So the rumor was that the white dude used to fight karate, and he knew how to wrestle, and he was an ex-boxer, Oh, forget about it. He did it all. He did it all. Karate, boxer, wrestler, bodybuilder. He did it all. You know what I'm saying? And this kid was like about 17. Because I met the kid. I met the kid. And me and him got cool. But let me tell you how we got cool. One day, one of my boys couldn't work. He had to go take care of, he had to go take, he had to go to court. He had to go to court. So if you have a court case and you in C-76, you still got to go to court. You know what I'm saying? Back in that time, they used to give you your regular clothes and you put them on, then you go to court. And then from court, you go back to C-76 and then they give you back your green clothes. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, you ain't going to go home. You're not going home. Once you finish whatever time in C-76, you're going right back to C-74, C-95, wherever you're going back. Okay. So my man goes to court. My man goes to his court. I take over. It was my day off. I'm gonna work for him, and I'm going to PC. And I chose to do it. I volunteered to do it because I wanted to see who the fuck was this white boy. You feel me? I wanted to know who was this white boy. Bad. So I get there. I walk in. Of course, I got my little bag. With my 2 carrot cakes, my three milks, they serve milk and stuff like that. And I used to always keep 4 or 5 milks. You know what I'm saying? I always make sure dudes bring me my milks. You know what I'm saying? If there was extra milk, bring me extra milk, because that's all I like was milk for breakfast. And dudes I was good with the house gangs, and the house gangs used to look out for me. I had this one house gang that used to give me the milk, and I used to buy him a little pack of cigarettes every month. I mean, every week. It was worth it because, like I said, I like milk. So the dude used to bring me, like, every morning. He had, like, 5 little containers of milk for me every morning. And I used to keep it nice and cool because the COs had refrigerators, or they had coolers. So I had this female CO, Miss Gonzalez. She was Puerto Rican, and she used to bring a cooler, and she used to put ice in the cooler, and she used to put my milk there, and she was cool like that because she used to put her soda, juice, whatever, and my milk was always cold, always cold. And when she used to leave the ice. It was a little cooler. She used to leave it there for me. So anytime I wanted the milk, I had to tell the CEO, "Yo, that's my milk," and Miss whatever. She's holding it for me. I need 2 milks. Anyway, I go upstairs. I walk in. Now I walk in, I'm big. I got the beige clothes on. I'm adolescent. My shit is nice. It's crispy. It's ironed. Because you pay for that. You pay for your clothes to fit you nice, to iron it, and all that. I had straight legs. You feeling me? And I had my motherfucking white on white Adidas, my gazelles. I was chilling with my little cross. And you know what I'm saying? My nice watch, whatever. I'm chilling. I go in. Boom, I signed the book. Because when you walk in, you gotta sign your name. I'm the SPCA. I'm SPA. I'm in such and such house. Blah blah. That's it. And this is my name. When I get there, I walk in, and I'm looking for the first big ass white boy. I don't see him. So everybody's looking at me like, oh, this is so. I saw the 2 5%ers that was there. Hold on, guys. Get out of it. No, get out. Fucking cat. So anyway, I saw the 2 5%ers that I knew. So I go to them, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? They're like, yo, what's up, Solo? Junebug. Yo, what's up, Junebug? We shake hands and shit like that. And then I told 1 5% of like, yo, man, I heard what happened to you, kid. That's fucked up. They jumped him, you know what I'm saying, over some bullshit. And he was like, yeah, man, motherfuckers jumped me, and the people that jumped it was his own 5%ers. That's why, I don't, listen, man, I'm not going to shoot nobody down, but I don't understand how can Spanish people get down with 5%ers and get down with Bloods. because with all due respect, man, you know, in the Blood's lessons, first lessons that I read, they said it. Spanish is your enemy. The Blood's worst enemy is the Spanish men, the Spanish race, whatever. And I couldn't understand how can Spanish dudes get down with the Bloods. I never could understood that. I never understood that. But that's them. Anyway, so now they show me Giuseppe. He was sleeping. He was like, yeah, that white boy that's sleeping. That shit, that bed over there in the corner by the window where the fan is at. I'm like, yeah, that's his bed. And I said, wait a minute. The fan is blowing on him. He had the fan blowing on him only. You feeling me? Like, he's the man. Yo, I'm like, yo, it's hot in this house, B. You got this nigga got the fan? It was like, well, you know, he was here longer. And I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, you serious, bro? I'm looking at these dudes like, yo, you serious, man? You gonna let this dude take over the fan? Boom. I can't take the heat. I cannot take the heat. So I go to the side where he's sleeping at. It's a big-ass fan, and I moved the fan to the middle where everybody could get the cool, you know what I'm saying, the fan, where everybody could feel the fan. I walk away. Like 5 minutes later, I'm hearing the dude screaming, that's Giuseppe, yo, nobody come over here and move the fucking fan. Let that shit be the last time. Yo, niggas move the fan, B. It's gonna be problems, blah, 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 blah. So I go up, you know, I'm hearing this shit, right? So I'm waiting for him to say, yo, SPA, suicide, don't come over here. You know, he didn't say that. So I said, this dude's pussy. Because if he was about something, he would have been like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, SPA, could I have a word with you? You know, like me, yo, suicide, could I have a word with you? You know, like, yo, why you touch the fan? You know what I'm saying? I would have done that. So he didn't say that. So he's up, he goes to the bathroom, he's freshening up, washes his mouth, cleans his face, whatever the fuck. You know, I'm sitting down right by the end of the house, right by, there's a door that if you open that door, you know, you could go downstairs. It was stairs, and it was like a fire exit. So my chair was there, and I'm sitting there, you know, looking at the whole house. Like I said, the only two dudes I knew there was the two 5%ers, you know, saying that they got jumped. You know, saying they got jumped. You know, and they put them in there. But they could have left a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? They passed the 2 months. So they probably said, yo, we'll stay here, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I walk by, chow's coming, lunch is coming. So when lunch comes, they don't want no one in the day room. You know what I'm saying? The day room is, you know, where you hit day room dummies where they got the TV. So they don't want nobody in the day room. The only ones that go to the day room is house gang and whoever's helping out with the food. Because you always got somebody helping out with the food like that they could eat a little better. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's understandable. And you got always somebody, 2 or 3 people that clean up too. Okay. I'm walking and I don't eat the lunch, even though I'm supposed to eat if I want to, but I don't touch that food. You know what I'm saying? I don't touch their food. But if it has juice, I'm taking some juice. So it was kind of warm. So I came with a nice jug of, you know, empty jug. So first thing I did, the dude that's serving the juice, I said, Papi, I need some ice. He was like, yo, man, I can't take out the ice because then I got to open it up. I said, bro, why is it so hard to fucking open this thing up right here? Clock, clock, clock. Picking up the top of the cooler and just putting a cup in there and pulling out some ice and just put it in my jug. The dude was like a little scared, so I went and I did it. Blah, blah, blah. I took out the thing I didn't put my jug. I put the jug that he was using, the guy was using, because that's the jug for Kool-Aid. So I stuck my hands in there. I put on a pair of gloves. Whop, stuck my hands in there. I took out nothing but ice, and I put it in my jug. Then, once I filled the jug of ice, then I took some juice. Boom, filled it up to the tea. Boom. Everybody that's in the day room was looking at me like, yo, who the fuck is that? Yo, that nigga opened up, I could feel it, you could sense it. You've been down for a while, you already know what's going down. They're talking about it. So I go out there. I go back to the day room. Not the day room, I go back to where I was sitting at. So here comes motherfucking Giuseppe walking my way. He goes, he looks at me, he goes right to his bed, he opens up his locker, and he got some gloves, some leather gloves on, so he puts them on. Like if he was gonna do something. Fucking Giuseppe. Believe it or not, we got cool. After I knocked him the fuck out, we got cool. So he puts on the gloves, he comes to me, and he says, yo, man, I know you new in this house, big, but check this out, man. This is PC, but don't let it get twisted, big. This is, people in here, B, is not all pussies, because I'm not. So I looked at him. I said, okay, if you're not pussy, I said, how long you been in this house? He said, what you want to know? I said, well, because the thing that I know is that you be here 2 months, you can sign out and go back to population. How long you been in this house, B? Because I've been hearing about you already for 3 months now. So he was like, yo, it doesn't matter how long I've been in this house. This is my house, and that's the way I run it. So I said one question. I said, okay, what made you leave? What happened to population? He said, I got jumped. Niggas gonna fuck with me. So blah, blah, blah. Did my thing, and they put me here. So I said, okay, so you don't got no time to leave. You're going to stay in PC. This is me now. I'm trying to go to his head now. And I said, so you're going to stay here now? He was like, yeah, what? I said, well, Bobby, you're coming to me like a gangster, but, you ain't no fucking gangster. Because if you was gangster, you'd be in fucking population right now, chilling, going after the dudes that jumped you. Now, that's when I get up. And I got up and I said, let me tell you something. My name is Junebug, all right? Don't ever come to me talking about your homie. Don't touch the juice, bro. Because I don't give a fuck about that juice, B. If I go, matter of fact, I'll go to the day room right now and kick that fucking juice on the floor. He said, you think you would do that? And I said, no, I don't think I would do that. I would do that. Yeah, I would do it. And I said, as a matter of fact, why don't you and I go to the bathroom? The dude looked at me like he was shocked. He didn't thought that I was not gonna say that. But he fucked up. He fucked with the wrong dookie dook, B. You feeling me? He fucked with the wrong spit. So one of the white dudes that was with him and the 5%er, they came and put something in his ear. Yo, that's Junebug, B. That's the dude that beat the shit out of Conan. Conan was a Puerto Rican dude that he was holding shit down in C-76. Yeah, it was a 1-on-1. Conan was a good fighter, but I got the best of him. And and this other dude. And I snuffed Officer Cable. Officer Cable, that was his name, Officer Cable. Yeah, I snuffed that motherfucker. They beat me up, but I snuffed that motherfucker, B. And it was his fault. I could have pressed charges. You know what I'm saying? Because the nigga had me by my throat. And the other COs was hitting me with sticks. Yo, I was all lumped up for like 2 months, B. Lumped up. And I even had a lawyer. But I turned it down. You know what I'm saying? That time I was young. I was scared. I didn't know. My mother like, don't do nothing because they might leave you in jail. They might keep you in there. And, dudes like, yeah, man, they might set you up. So I ain't do the lawsuit. But COs respected me. You feel me? Because I punched the shit out of Officer Cable. And Cable was a badass CO. Trust me, badass CO. And there was another CO too that I forgot his name, Puerto Rican motherfucker from 11U. Didn't like him at all. He got locked up for selling drugs, motherfucker. I forgot his name. He was also from the military. So they must have put something in his ear. So the next thing you know, after they clean up the child and shit like that. Him, the two 5%ers and like 4 or 5, I don't know, like 5 or 6 white boys, that was his sons, they called me over to his bed. Now I go. I'm like, fuck this, I'm going over there, B. I don't got no guns, no nothing. I got a pen. So I would stick these niggas, no problem. So I go over there, guess what? They blowing up some weed. They're like, yo, you want to smoke? Do I want to smoke? Fuck one. It's like telling a frog if he wants to shit in water. I said, yeah. So the nigga Giuseppe rolls up a joint. He said, here, take that to the head for me. So we smoking. Boom, 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 boom. After a while, everybody breaks out because the spot smells like weed. He rolls up another joint. Me and him takes that to the head. Boom, boom, we smoking. Next thing you know, some shit happened. Some dude got mad because, something with the trays. Some shit, every time you eat, you got to put the trays back. And something with the trays, some shit happened with the trays. I forgot what it was. So Giuseppe goes over there. And he stopped pounding out the dude. He was a Puerto Rican dude. He started beating the shit out the Puerto Rican dude, B. Seriously. And if it was a black dude, I would have done the same thing. So I go over there. And I don't give a fuck if the niggas lit me up. You know what I'm saying? They got me nice. So Giuseppe is fucking this nigga up. Boom, bing, bang, bang, bang. So I stopped Giuseppe and said, yo, all right, man, you got to do. You got to do, bro. He was like, nah, man, fuck that shit, man. Yo, don't hold me, man. Don't hold me. Don't do that. Don't do that no more. And I said, son, because he looked out for me, so I'm trying to be cool here. So, yo, son, don't worry about it, man. I hold you, man, because I don't want you to get in trouble. You're going to catch a new charge with this kid. Yo, man, fuck that. I ain't scared, B. Just don't hold me no more, man. Just because I'm putting you to smoke doesn't mean that you got the rights to hold me like that. You heard? You ain't my man like that yet. You heard what he said? You ain't my man like that yet. When he said, you ain't my man like that yet, right there, son, I said, okay, let's go to the bathroom now. The nigga went to the bathroom. He went to the bathroom. So he squatted up. Now, this is supposed to be the black belt WWF wrestler and the karate Bruce Lee trainer. Son, I hit this dude like 4 times. He caught me 1 time in the jaw. I hit this dude like 4 or 5 times, son. This nigga went under the urinal. You know where you stand and you piss? That nigga went right under that motherfucker and stood there. Twistnatical. And when I'm talking about twistnatical, that means he was twisted. Left him there. CO came back and called me, Rivera, because he knew, because you could see from the fucking thing that I'm pounding this nigga out. But the CO was a black CO, and he didn't like this motherfucker running the house. And he was like, thank God that nigga got beat the fuck up, because you know why? And I'm looking, I said, yeah, what's up? Like, that nigga's a snitch. I looked at him, he said, snitch. He said, why do you think that nigga stays here? Why do you think every time the captains walk by, he said, you just started working here. If you be coming around more often, you see what I'm talking about. All the captains come in here and he starts talking to them. All white captains, he starts talking to them. The CO called him a snitch, so that means it must have been the reason. So, after I pounded this nigga out, the CO didn't write me up because he went to Giuseppe. He said, yo, you gonna write? You gonna put out a complaint? So he hold it down. He said, Giuseppe, you know what I'm saying? No, it was a fair one. Boom. I ain't gonna write nothing down. It was goody. And then he said, yo, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna request for you to come here to work. And I'm like, damn, man, I was working in this, and I didn't want to leave my man Macho. But that house had money. PC was money, man. You understand what I'm saying? People was going to commissary, bro. Everybody that was in PC, bro, was going to commissary, bro. Out of 100 people, 80% was going to commissary, bro. So that was money to be made. And I'm talking about starting, okay? So I used to go every week, bro. This is no lie. This is when I was on some bullshit. After that shit that I did with that kid that took his sneakers and all that, I still was on some little, I was adolescent, but I was not on that really, really bullshit. But I used to come every commissary And I just tell them, and I stopped all that Giuseppe shit. And niggas used to always hit me off, B. Dudes knew I liked the carrot cakes. So they used to buy me carrot cake, they used to buy me beef sticks, all that. I had to leave every commissary, bro. I had to leave at least $30, $40 worth of food. And Giuseppe, we started kicking it. We was cool. He didn't fuck with me. He knew I was not the one. After a while, Giuseppe started calming down. You know what I'm saying? He was not that bad guy no more. And then what happened was that they packed him up because they was getting a lot of complaints about him. They packed him up and sent him to population. 2 days later, he comes back with his eye like this, black and blue. The nigga had a color TV with a VCR. Nigga shit was like blue, 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 3D. That shit was twisted. You know what I'm saying? They put it on his ass. In population, they put it on his ass. You know what I'm saying? So they kept him there till he went home and shit like that. He got home first than me because he was there longer than me. He was there first than me. So when he went home, I went home like 2 months later after that. But yeah, man, that's the story of Giuseppe. But like I said, I also met a lot of white boys that do get busy. There's a white boy that he's a lad king. We call him Flash. That nigga's nice. Nice with the karate. Nice. Matter of fact, he holds a big rank. All right? So anyway, guys, this is your boy K Solo. I'll see you tomorrow with another story, you heard? I might come live tomorrow. Who knows? I don't know. Whatever. All right? So this is a story for me, to you guys, K Solo, Rikers Island Stories, the AKA K Solo Show. Don't get it twisted. Hit that like. Please hit that like. I'm stressing the like, guys. I really am. Yo, Cash App is always beautiful. But please hit the like and subscribe. Especially subscribe, man. Because they fucking us. They fucking the moms and pops. And I'm talking about moms and pops, me. You know, and the little people. And I heard people using that. I heard that people using that phrase, the moms and pops. I heard people using that phrase. You know what I'm saying? So people still learning from K Solo, and I like that. So I'll see you guys later. All right. This video is 32 minutes long. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. You already know K Solo. Holla.